Welcome to the VarsityKansas.com Big Show. I'm Joanna Chadwick of the Wichita Eagle and VarsityKansas.com, and I'm with Maize girls soccer coach Jay Holmes. Coach, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about your team, and let's start with your defense. Who's really standing out for you guys?
Well, Kelsey Quick has provided a lot of leadership. She's one of the team captains, and you did an article on her last week, getting to know Kelsey Quick, and she had some interesting comments that she gave to you. But she's done a great job of leading the back line that's led by pretty much a senior back line of Aspen Lowe, Addison Kingery, Kelsey Quick, and Mia Taylor. And I've asked a lot of them early on about changing. We've changed our defensive formation and have asked a lot of them in the first 4 weeks, and they've done a really good job of making that adjustment.
Okay, what was interesting about what Kelsey said, other than that she's a rapper to make Sage Bowman laugh?
She's a rapper, she likes Chipotle, and likes to sleep. There's more to Kelsey than that, I guarantee you.
Well, that's really funny. She was great to talk to, though. You got to check it out as a getting to know last week, and she was fun. All right, well, let's talk offensively. And I mean, you guys score a lot of goals, and you have a lot of quickness, don't you?
We do. That's one thing that you can't teach is speed, and I have it all over the field, especially up top with Paige Swanson and Ashley Zane and Katie McClure. I think Paige and Katie have combined for over 50 goals this season, and did the same last year as well. So they're, I think, probably one of the most offensively one of the most dangerous tandems up top in the state.
Well, it's interesting because last year you guys lose Whitney Lucas, who was quite the goal scorer, and your team just really filled that hole, which not many teams would be able to fill it there. And I mean, do you think that you're benefiting this year because of that experience from a year ago?
Absolutely, because I think both those girls, Swanson and McClure, I mean, they just had one more year to really mesh and be cohesive in what they do up top, and like I said, they're so unselfish. They'd rather get the assist than the goal, as demonstrated by the number of assists each one of them have.
That's a lot of goals.
That's a lot of goals.
Let's talk a little bit about early in the year. I saw you guys play against Carroll, and that was a really good matchup. And then you guys fall to Northwest in the first round of the Titan Classic, which that was disappointing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. The girls every year, they have 3 goals. One is to win the Titan, win league, and then get back to state. And, that very first goal, we lost, and next thing you know, you're playing for 5th place. And so that kind of forced us to make some adjustments. And when you lose a senior midfielder like Hadley Davis last year, to me, last year she was probably the most underestimated, under-recognized midfielder in the state. And to lose her and try and fill that with different players throughout those first 3 games, it was an adjustment.
Well, and talk about some of the adjustments that you did make. And I know that we've written about it in the Wichita Eagle and at VarsityKansas.com, but what were you trying to do early? How did you adjust from it? That's kind of made you guys to where you are now.
Well, I think a huge adjustment was moving Tana Benefiel from the back. She was playing as a center back with Kelsey there for the first several games, and I moved her to kind of a holding midfielder role. And her and Ashley Zane have just done a great job in there. They've played club soccer together, so it just stands to reason they would perform well.
Well, and so much of soccer, I mean, you could say this really about any sport, but so much of soccer, you've got to have that communication and that chemistry to really make the game flow, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And with Tana, she kind of brings a physical nature presence to the midfield that really helps us and has allowed us to do some different things creatively in the midfield and up top.
It's interesting whenever I hear people dog soccer. I was watching my kids play, and the physicality of the game and the very small things that can be so huge. It's like if you don't take advantage of that scoring opportunity at that point, you may not get another one. And I think that the nuances of the game are so exciting. So when you do have people who work well together and they do pass well, I think it just makes the game, beautiful. Absolutely.
And like I said, Tana and Ashley, combined with Quick and McClure and Paige through the middle of the field, that's a pretty dynamic and offensive group. And, I just think Tana's just done a great job in there.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about Northeast Kansas versus the rest of the state. And certainly it's dominant. How are we doing down here?
I think that we're doing pretty well. We like you said, we lost early on to Northwest, but we really bounced back and beat two Kansas City area teams for the first time ever in our program history. I know Latham Northwest and Shawnee Mission East, and we did so in a convincing manner. That hopefully kind of sends a message to the northeast part of the state that maybe Maize is ready to take that next step this year.
Well, and speak of that next step, how bad do you guys want that title?
Oh. For the senior laden group, they really want it, and I could really tell after we lost to Northwest, what just losing meant to them. Not that I hate to lose. I hate to lose to anybody. I don't care if it's ping pong or soccer, but and the girls are the same way. And to lose that game, maybe allowed them to really kind of reflect on what they bring to the team individually and what they need to do to improve going forward. And certainly you want your team playing their best toward the end of the season, and we're certainly doing that.
Well, good luck to you guys as the postseason looms. Here we are in early May. It is not that far away. Thank you for watching the VarsityKansas.com Big Show, and make sure you check out high school sports. Check out Maize. We got a lot of good soccer in the area.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.